family, what's up, man? What up, folks? Well, I got some really good news today. In regards to that the magazine ban that I made a video about a couple days ago, like last week. So I did a little bit more research. I read up on more things, and come to find out, there is a loophole here in Colorado in regards to the 30-round magazine ban. Now, that loophole basically is, and I guess I didn't really go fully into detail, and I'm still learning things about gun laws along the way. I'm only 24 years old. I'm a full-time pre-law student, economics student, and trying to build this gun club up, which I just founded, or which I just registered as a company in February, and it's May now. So, like, what, 3 months ago? Yeah, 3 months ago. And so, anyway, I'm still learning things, as I go, and that's the thing. I'm learning things so that I can teach others, as I've said before in my videos. And so, basically, I want to inform you guys what I've learned about the 30-round magazine ban in Colorado. So here it is. Basically, what it is it's not a full out 30-round magazine ban. What it is you can't sell 30-round magazines in Colorado. You can't sell them. How do you say it? You can't sell them. You can't sell a fully assembled 30-round magazine ban. I mean, you can't sell a fully, gotta have my coffee. You can't sell a fully assembled 30-round magazine in Colorado. But you can buy a disassembled 30-round magazine in Colorado. And guess what I have today? Just that. So after I did my research, I called around to a few places, and asked, inquired about these disassembled 30-round mags for my AR-15. I came across this place called Blue Core Blue Core Gun Range in Lakewood, Colorado. And they have quite a few of these disassembled 30-round magazines. This is the case, of course. That right there. And this is the spring right here that goes inside of it. And it's so simple. I bought two of them the day that I went and bought them. I think this was like a couple days ago, like 3-4 days ago. I only bought two of them. But I definitely will be going back to buy probably about 50 eventually, or I might just buy 100 or something over time, just in case. You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of legislation will be passed where there'll be like a full out ban on these things, and I want to have them before that so that mine will be grandfathered in. You know what I mean? And there may be some issues with that as well. With me talking, in regards to grandfathering ins, whatever it may be, but in this sense, these 30-round magazines. And so it's so simple. I mean, it's like 3 or 4 pieces. It's so simple. All you do is just slide this in here, slide it in there just like this. That goes in there, bam. And then once you push it all the way in there, let me make sure that's in there right. Yep. And you just push it in there just like this. So simple. And so I go to the gun. I get to Blue Core shooting range. I was just so happy. Y'all don't have a clue because, like I said in the last video I think I made, I come from Mississippi, so there ain't many restrictions on gun ownership where I come from. And so I'm not used to really any restrictions on guns. in Mississippi. I mean, it's Mississippi. It's the South. Enough said, you know. And so he just pushed us all the way through. And so, you know, when I went to Blue Core Gun Range and you know, and they showed me this. Of course, I'm gonna use a bullet to fucking push this all the way on there. You know, when I got there, I was just so happy, and they were, you know, they were even more happy to sell this to me. You know what I mean? And that's it. I got these metal cases, these metal magazines. They're made in the U.S. You can get these at Blue Core Gun Range in Lakewood, Colorado. Check those guys out. I actually just became a member of the gun range there. And so, yeah, like I was saying, you can't buy a fully assembled 30-round magazine in Colorado, but you can buy these disassembled, and it's just as simple to assemble these. It's just as simple as what I did. Push the spring in, slide the bottom cover over it, and there you go. 30-round magazine. And so, like I said, I bought 2 of them. This one's full of ammo. And that, you know, and I'll be coming back for sure. Well, this is weird. Oh, that's the difference. Okay. They're both 30-round magazines. I just noticed that this one's longer than this one, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they're both 30-round mags, but this is for 223 and 5.56, and this is only for 5.56. So, yeah, that's the difference. But they're both 30-round magazines, though, nonetheless. And so, yeah, guys, that's the loophole right there. I was a little, I was pretty upset when I first. Wait a minute, no, they're not. Wait, how did that? I'm stupid. Okay, I just embarrassed myself on here. I'm sorry. No, these are definitely the same height. Just gotta put them side by side. There was a warp in it, something like that. Whatever. Anyway, they're the same size. I'm retarded. So anyway, yeah. And that's pretty much it. This is really gonna be a short video. I just wanted to inform you guys of what I just learned a couple days ago. And yeah, so there's not a full-out 30-round magazine ban in Colorado. There is a loophole, and you gotta fucking love loopholes. That's one good thing about any legislation is loopholes. And so, yeah, if you're in Colorado, do know that you can still own a 30-round magazine. Now, I did ask you guys at the gun range, okay, quote, if a police officer stops me for whatever reason, if I come in contact with a police officer and he finds me with this 30-round magazine, would I get in trouble? Would I go to jail? Would I have to go through the court system, justice system, yada, yada, yada? Answer was no. And these guys know what they're talking about. They work at a gun range and they own a gun range. You know, they know what they're talking about, and they wouldn't be selling it as well if it wasn't legal. You know, and basically what he said is no, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. You, like I said before, you just can't sell 30-round magazines in Colorado. You can own them. You can own 30-round magazines. You just can't sell them, and they can't be fully assembled when you do sell them. And I'm like, fuck, man, you gotta fucking love loopholes. Who, like, come on, man. Like, cause at first, when I first heard about this 30-round magazine ban, I was shocked. I was down, honestly. I was actually pretty fucking pissed off. Like I said, again, I come from the South. We don't have to deal with these types of things down there ever. And when I learned about the 30-round magazine ban, I felt thrown overboard. I felt like, damn, like, that's enough reason for me to fucking move back to Mississippi almost, really. I mean, that's like one step away from me moving back to Mississippi. You know what I mean? And Because one thing about me, I refuse to live in a state where the gun laws are so strict to where, like, in New York, where you can't have a fucking handle on your fucking AR-15 or fucking long rifle. And, you know, Cali, where, oh my God, Cali, you guys already know about Cali. You know, states like that, I refuse to fucking live in. I don't even want to visit there, honestly. You know, I have no interest in visiting New York. I have no interest in visiting. Well, I do want to visit California, but it'll be for a very short time when I do visit. Yeah, New York, fuck New York. You know, and there's nothing against the citizens. I fucking love New York, New York citizens. It's just your gun law, your legislation on gun laws. In that regard, fuck New York. But the citizens of New York, I fucking love you guys. Same with California. Fuck your gun laws, but I fucking love you guys as well. So don't think I'm like bashing the people of fucking New York and the people of California. It's, you know, understand that. And so yeah, man, when you got loopholes like that, it just makes life so much fucking easier. It just makes, especially for gun enthusiasts and me as a person, as a man who loves firearms, you know, who loves the sport of the gun culture, you know, things like that. You gotta love loopholes, and you know, and people want to, you know, and there's a lot of anti-gun people in Colorado. I've come to learn. And they're, you know, like I said in one of my last videos, because some guy commented on our Facebook page, and I had said something about the 30-round magazine ban before I learned about the loophole. And he gets on there, and I had noticed that when I shared pictures of my AR-15, he did like the little sad face like on there. I'm like, that's odd. You know, but he never really said anything for a couple of his comments or a couple of his little likes. He never really commented. And then I said something about the 30-round magazine ban, and his little stupid ass gets on there, anti-gun motherfucker. And he verifies that he's anti-gun by basically saying, well, if you're a good shot, you don't need a 30-round magazine. Motherfucker, I didn't say that. First of all, that's the dumbest fucking argument, period. You can be the best fucking shot in the world and fucking get in a damn gunfight with some fucking crazy motherfucker that's fucking walking down the street just spraying the fucking whole block down because he's fucking pissed off at the IRS or whatever fucking reason. Get in a fucking gunfight with him, and in the fucking heat of the fucking moment, the heat of the moment is the heat of the fucking moment, and you fucking miss, and, you know what I'm saying, empty a fucking clip, or I mean a fucking magazine or whatever. You know, just, there could be any fucking situation. But you know, and that's, you know, and that's neither here nor there. That's far, you know, very likely not gonna happen. But basically what I said is, you know, people who fucking like to go to the gun range in defense of having a 30-round magazine, people who like to go to the gun range like myself a lot, we don't want to have, hold on. Okay. I'm sorry, my light went off, so I don't, you know, I thought the video ended. We don't want to fucking have these little 15 fucking round magazines, which you have to fucking reload every fucking 5 minutes when you're at the gun range. When you can have this 30-round magazine that you don't have to fucking reload, you know, not as much as this. I fucking run through this shit within 5 seconds. Whereas with this, not so much. I don't want to have to fucking keep reloading my damn magazines. Yeah, people will argue, well, why don't you buy 20 magazines or yada 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 yada? Bitch, I'm a fucking I'm a 24-year-old fucking full-time pre-law economics. I don't have much money to spend like you fucking, like you can fucking rich ass 40, 50-year-old, 70,000-year-old fucking gun owners. I'm young. So I'm on a budget, of course, you know. And this shit right here is just unacceptable. This only use I ever see a 15-round mag for is like a fucking hunting rifle. This shit right here is just fucking ridiculous. And I had this for probably a little bit over a month before I actually bought a 30-round mag. And so yeah, and that pretty much concludes this video. That's really what I just wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm so much more in a happy place now. I feel so much more at home now. You know, I still have an issue with them having an issue with selling fully assembled 30-round mags, but this I can deal with. And we at Ogun Gun Club, we do plan to become active in politics in regards to firearms. In regards to legislation with firearms. So I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. We will be active in that process. We're not just going to stand by and allow gun laws to be, and allow gun rights to be just chipped away at. No, that's not, no. And I feel like every African American gun club should be active in that as well. Don't just sit by, don't just stand by and allow your gun rights to be taken away. You know, black people, our roots are deep. We're deep rooted. Our history is deep rooted in American gun laws. This started from the beginning of time. At the beginning of time, you know, when we first were brought over here on slave ships, of course, we weren't allowed to have guns. You know, fast forward to the 60s, the Black Panther Party started the entire Second Amendment movement. That still goes on today, but is kind of like gilded by these white guys, you know, with their Second Amendment, don't tread on me stuff, you know. And, you know, respect to them, too. I mean, I'm an advocate of any Second Amendment advocate, you know, but I'm just being honest that, you know, the whole Second Amendment movement was started by the Black Panther Party in back in the 60s, you know. And so, and in regards to that, our black culture is deep rooted in the Second Amendment, the fight for the Second Amendment right, you know. And so in that regard, you know, that's a big part of the Second Amendment. The fight for the Second Amendment is a big part of our history. And so we shouldn't just allow that to be swindled away through legislations, you know. And so I highly suggest that all African American gun clubs be involved in the political process in regards to firearm ownership. And yeah, and like I said, Ogun Gun Club, we will definitely be involved in that fight. We will definitely have a fucking dog in that fight, that's for sure. Whether it be soon or later, we definitely will be involved, and we will be networking with other African American gun clubs, you know, and other gun clubs, you know, and you know, not necessarily just African American gun clubs, you know. Any, you know, all other gun clubs as well, you know. And that's pretty much it, guys. I just, you know, and just remember what I said. I hope you guys all learned something from this video. I hope you guys all agree with what I say. Just also remember to like, subscribe, and definitely comment on this video. We like to start discussions on these videos. We want to get discussions started. We like to hear your opinions, whether it's critical, or whether it's criticism or critique, or whether you agree with us, or, you know, or whether you agree with us. We want to hear that stuff. So comment down below. Let us know what you think. and we will definitely be responding. We like to interact with our viewers. So, yeah, keep it godly, and you guys take it easy. Be safe.